What's going on YouTube? Blade Shadowthorn here back again bringing you another Pokemon X and Pokemon Y narrated Wi-Fi battle Facecam Friday edition. Looking over at the team preview, it doesn't look quite good for me because I only brought 5 Pokemon. This was a battle on my stream. It was sort of like a bring anything you want type of battle. I wasn't entirely sure since it didn't say he knew what tiers were. He said he brought EV trained Pokemon, so that's something, but he didn't say he quite knew what tiers were. So I brought in a Veltal just thinking, maybe he's going to bring an entire team of Ubers. I don't really know. So I brought in a Veltal. I looked over at his team. It looks kind of like a standard, kind of like OU-ish. Not really standard, but an OU-looking team. And here I brought like a bunch of lower tier threats and an Veltal because I figured a Veltal would tip the scale heavily in my favor. And when we were going to make the team, I accidentally deselected my Veltal, so I only started out with 5 PU, NU, RU Pokemon versus some high tier OU threats. So, without further ado, let's just take a look and see how well I did. So, this is against Fernando. Like I said before, this was in a stream of mine I had, probably like a month or so ago. So, it's a pretty old battle. But anyways, let's get right into the battle. I'm going to be leading off my, Cinccino since it is my fastest thing on my team. I am the King's Rock set. And I see he leads off with Gyarados. I actually predict him to Mega right here, so I go for Bullet Seed instead of my Rock Blast, which would have done a lot more damage. But because of Skill Link, and all that fun stuff, I am going to be able to hit 5 times in a row, doing quite a bit of damage considering I did get the Intimidate drop off. And I do get the Flinch, which now it is a 50% chance to flinch, so that's certainly helping a lot. I see Leftovers, which means it is not Mega Gyarados, which means he probably is rocking the Mega Charizard, either X or Y. So I feel relatively safe just going for Rock Blasts after Rock Blasts after Rock Blasts. And I am fortunately able to knock out the the Gyarados with the 5th hit. And so that's one threat I don't have to worry about. So next thing he's going to bring in the Gliscor. That effectively walls my Cinccino, especially since it does have the attack drop. So I'm going to switch out. I'm going to go out into my Shedinja, predicting him to either set up some Stealth Rocks or just go for, I don't really know. He ends up going for Sky Uppercut, that's fine. Then he goes for Acrobatics, which, that kind of sucks that he's an offensive Gliscor, but at the same time, it's an offensive Gliscor. You cannot complain about that. So he reveals Acrobatics right here. I get a crit with my Shadow Claw, which is pretty amazing. I did lose my Sash, but I got good damage off on that Gliscor, and it is not Toxic Stall either, so it's Hyper Cutter. So right here, I really am scared of the Acrobatics again knocking me out, so I'm gonna double out into my my Metang as he doubles out into his Venusaur. Not quite sure why, not sure what he was predicting. But right here, he predicts me to have Zen Headbutt and goes out into his Mew, which is a pretty good play, just to preserve his Venusaur for some. But right here, I really have no real reason to keep Metang around per se, and I am a Violet, so I know I can take whatever hit this Mew wants to go for. So I take this opportunity now to set up my Stealth Rocks, just because it'll weaken the Charizard, and Charizard is a bit of a threat to me. So right here, I see he's gonna just go for Aura Spheres or something like that. So I'm going to take this opportunity, go out into my Pangoros, get some nice offensive pressure starting to go my way. It turns out he's Metronome, which I thought was pretty weird, and turns out he gets Power Whip, which really sucks, because Power Whip's going to do a bit of damage to me, not too much, but a bit of damage, and now he's going to follow that up with an Aura Sphere. That combination is going to do quite a bit of damage to me, but I am now going to be able to retaliate back with a nice powerful Choice Banded Crunch, knock out that Mew, no threat, no problem. Choice Banded Pangoros, you don't mess around with that thing. Choice Banded Pangoros, I love it. But anyway, in comes the Gliscor. I'm not really sure what to do, so I really have no better play right here than to just sack off my Pangoros right here. Just to make sure, maybe he'd overpredict and go for, I don't know, Sky Uppercut and miss. I don't know. So it was just my safest play at this point in time. Gonna go back out into my Cinccino. I see he's at a range of HP where I can hopefully knock it out. But I miss my Tail Slap. It goes for Sky Uppercut, but I live. Oh. And in hindsight, I probably should have just went for a safe Bullet Seed, and that would have been able to knock it out. But I thought, just go for Tail Slap. I am able to hit the second Tail Slap, and that will be enough to knock out the Gliscor, so that's that. Gonna send out Venusaur, so definitely Cinccino's helping me out. Cinccino is basically my win condition at this point in time. It handled a lot of his Pokemon on his team. Right here, I'm not quite sure what this Venusaur wants to do, so I didn't really see what it wanted to do. But I know my Metang is a kind of counter to it. It is a counter to it. It is a counter to it. So I'm going to go back out into it right now. He goes for a Petal Blizzard. Does absolutely nothing to me. That was a critical hit, ladies and gentlemen. That was a critical hit. Did absolutely nothing to me. Right here, I'm pretty sure he wants to switch out, but still, I have no better play at this point in time than to go for the Zen Headbutt. Just get a lot of damage off on whatever he wants to go for. He ends up switching out to Charizard, so, I'm going to be able to catch that thing in on the switch in. Do nice powerful damage to it. Right here, I just want to see if it's Charizard X or Y. I really don't need Metang for anything. So, just sack it off. Just want to see, maybe overpredict, go for like an Air Slash, but I highly doubt he would because there's no real reason not to. So, it turns out he is Mega Charizard Y. I just go for the Protect right here. Just want to gauge and see what he wants to do. It turns out he's Flamethrower over Fire Blast, which is good knowledge to know. So I'm going to switch out of there. I'm going to get the hell out of there. Going to go now into my my Mantine. Meet. Just because Mantine will be able to hopefully take the Flamethrower, resisted hit, and Mantine's really specially defensively bulky. Unfortunately, I do not have Miracode on the set, so sad face for that. But I do have Scald. I do have the Scald. But it turns out this is a Charizard that has Fly. And I go for Ice Beam, so, that was that. So, no idea why, but it's a Fly Charizard, that's just, it's not bad, I don't know what to think of that, because it is a counter, it would help with, Blissey's, I guess, because it's a nice, powerful physical stab hit, but it's just the switch. But right here, I'm going to predict him to go for a Flamethrower again, goes back into my Mantine. No real reason not to. I mean, his attacks aren't doing anything, and he's not, I don't think he has, Roost or something to get HP back, and even if he does Roost, I still have the advantage right here. So, Sunlight fades, which is great, because now I can start hitting this thing up with, Scalds and Hydro Pumps and stuff like that. He actually predicts me, I guess, to over-predict and predict him to go for the Fly. And stays in and goes for the Flamethrower. Gets a crit too. Crit did absolutely nothing. But I really don't care. If he wants to go for the Fly, I'll just switch out to Metang. And, that's that. And we can just go for the Song and Dance over and over and over again. So, I am able to knock out the Charizard with the Mantine. So, Mantine definitely pulling its weight. I love Mantine so much. Such a good wall in, NU and PU. People do not understand the power of Mantine. So, he brings in Venusaur, thinking, this is a counter to it. This is a counter. But, let's see how much damage this Petal Blizzard does. Doesn't look like that Petal Blizzard did anything. And I have Ice Beam, so that counter, not looking so good, because I'm Mantine. I'm speechless. It's Mantine. You have to appreciate the Mantine. But anyways, I don't want to lose it too much, and I know he's probably just going to go for Petal Blizzard, so I feel relatively safe bringing in my Shedinja. And then, because, Shedinja is just, there just to annoy at this point in time. And he gets the Confusion, so I'm basically free to go for, a Shadow Claw on whatever I want to go for. He ends up hitting himself in Confusion. I have no idea what move he went for. Maybe a Toxic or something. I have no idea, but I'm just going to go straight over for Shadow Claw. I get a crit of my own. Crit didn't matter, so. Venusaur goes down. Now he's going to bring his Blastoise. And I really have no idea what this Blastoise wants to do. Maybe he has Dark Pulse and it can knock me out that way. But it turns out that he has Ice Beam, but little does he know that I have Wonder Guard. And for those who do not know, Ice is not super effective against Bug. So, that's that. And right here he goes for a Surf and, a Vayne, but no. So my Shedinja is able to clean up this house and win me the game. So, Shedinja and Metang and Mantine are definitely powers. So, hopefully you enjoyed the battle, hopefully you enjoyed my narration. If you did, feel free to smash that like button. I really like looking at it and seeing all the views and the likes. It makes me feel all warm and bubbly inside, making, hopefully you're enjoying the battle. So, definitely thank you all for watching, and subscribe for more content if you haven't already. I'm doing a lot of new stuff. I got the Nuzlocke randomizer platinum thingy I'm doing, and I got the 3 Wi-Fi battles. So hopefully I'll have a full schedule for you guys. A new video 5 times a week. Something in Tuesdays and Thursdays I'll upload Let's Plays, and then Monday, Wednesday, Friday I'll upload Wi-Fi battles. Hopefully, so thank you all for watching. I'll see you all next time. Bye.